what he's really thinking. I think he's let himself go. And for someone that rules one of the greatest cities in the world, he should know better than to say that.
Jim Davidson just broke his silence on Sadiq Khan, and it's causing a storm. You're not going to believe what was just said about Sadiq Khan. Jim Davidson, a name you might not have heard much until now, just broke his silence. And what he said about the mayor of London. It's not only turning heads, it's setting off alarms. While mainstream media focused on party politics and the usual press briefings, something much bigger was building behind the scenes. And now that it's out, people are asking, is this the moment the narrative finally shifts? He's not a household name like Piers Morgan or Nigel Farage, but among political insiders and policy researchers, Davidson's word carries weight. A former civil service analyst turned political commentator, he's been quietly gathering influence through think tanks and closed-door briefings. But this time, he didn't hold back. During an exclusive panel talk last night, streamed quietly through a Policy Forum YouTube channel with just under 10,000 subscribers, Davidson dropped a political grenade. Referring directly to Sadiq Khan's mayoral record, Davidson said, "London is being governed on press releases, not policies. What we're seeing is style over substance, headlines over hard data." And then came the kicker. Sadiq Khan may be remembered not as a transformative mayor, but as the one who presided over London's managed decline. Let that sink in. Managed decline. That phrase alone sent ripples across Westminster. Because it's not just criticism, it's a challenge to the entire vision Khan has sold to Londoners for nearly a decade. Davidson's critique wasn't some careless rant. It was surgical. He outlined 3 key areas where, in his view, Khan's leadership has failed. Urban safety, citing figures that show a sharp rise in youth knife crime, especially outside city center zones. Housing and affordability, claiming the mayor's affordable homes aren't actually affordable to the people who need them most. Transport and environment, calling ULEZ expansion a great idea, poorly executed, with working-class families hit hardest. The moment the video hit Twitter, it blew up. One user posted, "Finally someone with credibility says what we've all been thinking. London is sliding." Another fired back, "Easy to criticize from the sidelines. Khan's done more for London than any mayor before him." And then, a senior advisor to a Conservative MP quote-tweeted the clip, writing, "This is the kind of voice Labour fears, data-driven, calm, but devastating." The narrative shifted instantly. Because Davidson wasn't shouting. He wasn't slinging mud. He was doing something far more dangerous to politicians, calmly dismantling their legacy with facts, charts, and quietly damning logic. Now, for Khan's part, his team hasn't issued a direct response yet. But supporters were quick to defend him. A City Hall spokesperson said, "Under the mayor's leadership, violent crime is being tackled with record police funding, affordable housing starts are up, and London remains one of the most progressive cities in the world." They pointed to the post-pandemic recovery, the global inflation crisis, and the scale of migration as major factors beyond the mayor's control. And to be fair, they have a point. Governing London right now is no easy task. But Davidson's argument isn't that Khan caused these problems, it's that he failed to confront them with clarity and courage. So what happens now? Well, that depends on how the public responds. Davidson has already been invited onto 3 major political podcasts since last night's stream. And word is 2 major Sunday papers are planning to quote his speech in upcoming editorials. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Davidson is reportedly being courted by a centrist political startup one with eyes on the next mayoral election. Could this be a soft launch of a campaign? Or is it simply a long-time analyst stepping into the spotlight to sound the alarm? Either way, it sends a message. Khan's critics aren't just loud now, they're credible. And that changes the game. So here's the question. If more voices like Davidson start stepping forward, fact-driven, emotionally grounded, and completely outside party politics, what does that mean for Khan's political future? More importantly, what does it mean for London's future? Because for all the policies, plans, and promises, the reality on the ground still matters most. And as Davidson said, with chilling simplicity, if you have to tell people they're living in a world-class city, chances are they're not feeling it. That's the line that stuck. That's the line people are now repeating. And the question is, will City Hall listen? Or is this the beginning of a new wave where independent voices hold power to account more fiercely than ever before? We'll be watching. And you should be too.